thinking about doing a new mix.
What do you mean?
New DJ mix.
What are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna do one called Hoodies, Tims, and Fitteds.
Is it be a New York mix?
Yeah, like cold weather.
Bro, I was thinking about this because I've been going down this rabbit hole. Do you ever watch the DJ mixes on YouTube?
Sometimes.
I throw them on while like I'm cleaning, and I've like a couple of them are really, really dope.
I have a question. When you throw on the DJ mixes, are you throwing on like the ones where the people are actually like DJing, or like it's just already and then they just have their name on the background?
Nah, it's like somebody's
DJing.
It's DJing, but it's very casual. Like I saw one with this DJ from the Philippines, and it's in the Philippines or Thailand, one of those. And her view is just insane. Like the background of her apartment is just like one of those insane Thailand views. And she'll just be DJing, but it's very casual. And then I watched another one, I forgot the name of it, where he's at, it's like it's Sunday morning, like chill spot, and he's just DJing like at a spot. So it's people like casually, like they're drinking like mimosa. It's very grown up and casual.
You bring up a very interesting point. Like, does the background, like, does the location mean something? Like, does that make you want to click it more?
Yeah.
Really?
I think it does, yeah.
Okay.
I think it does, but I think you could get away with doing it anywhere.
Okay.
If the mix is good.
Okay.
People just want good mixes.
I don't know, because I don't know if I'm old or if I'm, like, disgruntled, if I'm, like, at that age where I'm just, like, not trying to innovate. But, like, I look at those mixes and I'm like, first of all, you pre-recorded this, so you're not DJing live, right? So that's number one. Number two, like I maybe my style of DJing is club DJing, and that's why like I could never sit down and record a mix. Like those people are like they're like in the living room or their bedroom and there's vibes. Like that's what's up. I love it. The mixes are good. Like I'll sit there and Shazam if they don't put the playlist on. But I'm like, nah, man. When I'm in the club, yo, if unless they have to be sitting because you know they might not have legs, right? Yeah. Shout out. No, I'm being dead serious because I don't want to disrespect anybody. Like, but
we respect the people with no legs.
Yeah, of course. But this is a standing occupation. Stand up.
But they're not sitting, they're standing.
Who? The people that okay. But then it's another thing too where it's just like, yo, so like you telling me my mix sounds better because I'm on a beach in Thailand? Like,
no, I think that I think that there is people who go to YouTube to listen to these things while they're doing normal things, such as at the gym or cleaning their apartment. Yeah. And I think that it's neither here nor there. It's just a way to rise your name. Yeah. But it's not like people are playing it at parties. It's more like a casual, background. It's like a good background thing to have, because they put on good songs. But I honestly could relate to what you're saying. But honestly, bro, it's you gotta adapt. You have to. That's just what it is. Yeah. I didn't want to for a long time. Comedians posting clips of them being, and I felt the same way. I'm like, I'm in the club. Like, come see me in the club where it really matters. It goes down. These clips are edited. They only show you the spot best that parts. Gets the laughs. Yep. It doesn't make them a good comic. It's just like you just and once if you're a real comic, you know how to do it. Yeah. But it's not going away. That's probably going to get worse. That's probably why you're successful and I'm your co-host. I'm not. I'm not successful enough because I don't do it enough. Bro, I've resisted. I'm pretty sure that's why my career hasn't taken off to the where it doesn't match my skill level. You know what I'm saying? If I could do one thing, I would go back to COVID time. And when I thought everybody was taking off, some people were becoming superstars. If I could go back to COVID time, I would go back to COVID and dress up as a banana and do videos from my apartment. Hey, it's the banana guy. Banana split. The banana split guy. Yeah. And then now I'm selling out theaters all over the country as the banana guy. Yeah. Everyone's coming to my shows with bananas, throwing them on stage, and I'm a millionaire. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to call you, a millionaire. That's what I would do if I could go back. Man, and the thing is too, my dumb ass, you know what I was doing during COVID? I was staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning trying to get better. Trying to make sure I was a total jackass. Idiot. Working on the scale. Completely missed the mark. The whole mark. I could have been out here. Completely missed the mark. DJing. You're working on the craft. Yeah, I could have been in a McDowell's outfit. I'm done. DJ McDowell's. No, the craft is out. Sure. You gotta dress up as Eddie Murphy and Coming to America. Yes. And then you're I'm Prince Hakeem. And now they're he does Afro beats. And then Bozo. You just completely.
Yeah, I just wanted to get better.
I did too. I'm on the same boat. That's why we have this podcast. Because we're two failures.
Yeah.
And I wish we would have done better. But sometimes I think, look, there'll be more opportunities.
Yeah.
But every time a new one comes up, I'm always like, I'm gonna be on the next thing. I'm on it.
On the next
thing. But then the next thing comes up, and I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. And like my dumb ass, I bought a camera. I learned how to Twitch stream. I was doing all this stuff, and I didn't do the consistency part. So I did it one time.
That's
and
important.
I thought like, oh, because I'm talented, people are gonna notice. They don't care.
See, like this episode, you gotta just do it. Like this, we're volume 676, and we have like, about 10 to 12 listeners across the country. But once we get to episode 1000, that's when you pop. You gotta just do it.
I mean, we're there because we get like discounts on clothes and stuff. That's a step, right?
Yeah, we
recognize
definitely sell
for
the dream.
Yeah.
And we get people to give us free stuff.
Yeah.
Which is part of the game.
That's a step.
And they're not getting it back.
That's a step.
But in the grand scheme of things,
yeah, we're not.
We have room to grow.
There's tremendous room for
growth. For sure, we have room for growth.
Definitely.
But you know what I think it is, bro?
What's that?
Because I'm outside and I'm on the road and I'm at these clubs. And the people that listen to this, they love us.
Yeah.
But I feel like people, when they find something at its inception,
they don't
be wanting to put other people on.
They hold on.
They be wanting it to be like themselves, like they know about something.
They got us in a chokehold.
Yeah, and then you get lit, and then they're like, they'll drop you.
Because we sold out.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I used to like it better when I was the only listener.
Yeah, now you guys are successful.
When the background was white.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you know what?
You got health insurance.
I blame our listeners. It's y'all fault.
100%.
It's y'all fault that we're not huge.
Yeah.
So thank you.
You guys can buy houses now. You're not taking the train anymore.
Thank you. They don't want to listen. People always hit me up that they're listening to this podcast while they're doing something.
Yeah.
And they're laughing.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be laughing in public, which that makes my heart melt.
That's the best. Especially like when we get like, some of the positive comments or like I just laughed out loud or like I almost spit out my drink or like
spit out
I can't play this. Yeah.
Don't hold back. Sometimes people like hold it back. Don't hold back. Spit it out on people. And then when they be like, why'd you just spit on me? Be like, Adulthood podcast. Take a listen.
That's a great photo.
And at the time, they might not understand.
Nope.
But maybe they'll listen later on and they'll spit out their drink. And they'll be like, oh, I remember when that girl spit on me on the bus.
Yeah.
I get it now.
That's like peak. Imagine like that's peak level funny.
Spit out your drink?
Yeah. Somebody like causing a fight.
Well, people listen to this podcast and they think that they could do it while they're doing things such as eating. Or they're in the emergency room prepping for surgery. And it's like, if you're going to listen to this, you don't know what we're going to say. You better have a seat.
You have to have a seat. You can't have no sharp utensils around, no liquids, because it's going to come out.
Right. And we might give you, a lot of time we're going to give you like earnest advice.
Yes.
But sometimes we might say something that's off the wall that's going to make you spit it out. Or mess up the surgery or whatever you're doing.
Yep. 1,000%.
Yeah. Adulthood Podcast, volume 76.
Welcome.
Sunday, September 22nd. Coming at you live.
Welcome.
Don't forget the number, 347-378-9423.
Yeah.
We get callers. We usually get the same callers, which we don't mind. Nope. We love keeping up with our lives.
Yep.
But if y'all want advice from us, whatever it be, good advice, bad advice, indifferent advice, we'll give it to you.
1,000%.
And you should call in and you should tell us. Let us know.
It's usually like questionable advice. Like, do you really want to follow
this? It though? I don't think we've given one piece of advice so far in 76 episodes that hasn't worked out.
I think you're right.
I think every episode of advice has worked out.
I think
if it doesn't, call in. Tell us how we ruined your life.
I think you're absolutely right.
Carmen brought up a good point.
Yes.
We should start asking for second date updates.
Whoa.
Which is
like the Maury show.
First dates are hard to prep for.
Yeah.
Cause
you think so?
Yeah, because you don't know what you're gonna get. So you giving advice and you don't know what's waiting for you on the other side.
You don't. You definitely don't. Okay.
So sometimes you give advice and you're like, oh, be coy, be modest. And then you go on date and he's a pervert. And you're like, all right, maybe
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, it's not the way to address this date.
Yeah.
But second dates, nobody talks about second dates.
Nobody ever talks about second dates. You're absolutely right.
Second dates are big. Second dates means you went on he passed the first date test, which is a very hard test to pass.
Yes.
Let's be honest. Most first dates are a complete waste of time.
So would you count second dates as like swing states? They can swing the election? It can go either way?
Yes. I think second dates are important as in they can go, they can make a difference.
Make a difference.
It makes a difference on who's going to be president.
Yes.
And by president, I mean, are you going to have sex with
sliding inside
for the winter?
Okay, we're right there.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think if you have a first date that you've been on and things were, let's say they were, because let's be honest, right now on a first date, you just need it to be mediocre to get to a second.
Yeah.
People aren't even asking for a lot.
No.
They need he paid 75% of the bill. That's like good enough.
That's good. I was second date.
Yeah, that's like good enough.
Yeah.
He's like, he only made me pay the tip.
He took a shower in the morning.
Yeah, so that's good enough.
Yeah, he seems employed.
He seems
right.
employed.
He seems employed.
Yeah.
So second date.
He kind of could pass a background check.
Yeah, second date, that's a big one. Because now you could prep for it.
Now you can prep.
Because you know who you're going.
Yeah.
So if you're going on a second date, call in. Let us know about the first date, and we'll tell you how to behave on the second date.
What do you think are some good second date tips though?
See, that's just the thing.
I
can give you first date tips.
You can't
because it's universal.
You need
but
more.
Second date tips, you need a background on who you're dating because now you know who the person is.
So what have been some of some standout second dates for you?
Standouts? Second dates are
either
not
way
meant to stand out.
But what if you've never had a second date where it's just okay, I know for a fact that there's no third date coming, or a second date okay.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a man, and men generally, it takes a lot for them to disqualify you as a person. Because men look at dating in a way that they're like, okay, maybe I don't see myself dating this person or marrying this person, but this is somebody I could potentially hook up with for a substantial amount of time.
Consistently.
So even though, let's say at the second date, she showed me that she's a raging ketamine addict, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not gonna marry her, but I could date her for till the spring.
Especially if she likes to cook when she's coming out of a K-hole.
Right.
That's how she comes out of the K-hole, baking.
Yes.
Croissants.
So it's tough to say deal breakers as men. Because I hear women have deal breakers. They have non.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And I was having a conversation with a friend of mine recently about this. I'm like, men don't have that many non-negotiables, I think, generally. There's going to be a man. I have non-negotiable because I'm a fucking idiot. But we're not talking
we're not talking about you.
We're talking about the generalized men.
Because you're a negotiator.
Right.
You got to negotiate.
Everything is negotiable. Johan, you have any non-negotiables?
No, because I'm not an idiot.
Right. There you go. That's a good man. And you're in a relationship. But when you were out, do you have any non?
Hygiene was definitely a non-negotiable.
But that's negotiable because you could just clean. You could just get clean. You can negotiate that. How about we go on a second date and for the second date,
you take a shower.
Negotiated.
Boom. See, I didn't even see.
Problem solved.
I'm a subscriber.
Because a woman will go on a date with a guy who smells and they'll be like, this guy's not going anywhere. I'm done.
Yeah.
Because they don't have foresight.
No, they don't. They don't.
They're very in the
moment. They're
very in the now.
They're in the emotions of the moment.
Right.
You made me feel like
could be like,
at this point.
I don't like how she smells.
But if she took a shower.
This has potential.
You know what? You're not lying. We see the potential in it.
Yeah.
Right?
See, women tend to give up too easily on us.
They don't give us a chance.
Because they're not good people. We tend to care more about you as a person.
I mean,
so we'll give you a shot.
Are we really going down this rabbit hole? Because I feel like we're here.
We're in a K-hole.
What's the term? So are we climbing out or we're going deeper?
We're going deeper.
Have you heard the term of butterface?
Yes.
That's definitely a man term.
This is a scientific term.
Right? That's a man term. But it's that shows you that we're not superficial.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that this whole narrative that men are superficial and they care, I don't subscribe to
It's a marketing scam.
I don't think it's true.
It's a marketing scam.
I don't think men are as superficial as they paint us.
I think we are the more empathetic, the more visionary, the more soft-spoken.
Bro, women paint men as very superficial, but I don't see it.
Because it's not there.
The amount of men that I meet that are super stuck on how somebody looks, it's not in the top percentile. It's not.
And it might sound a little bit crass, but it's more she might not be the most aesthetically pleasing, but she pleases me in blank.
Right.
And it's a plethora of ways.
And we don't mean that in a sexual way.
No, it's a plethora of ways.
A lot of times it don't be sexual.
At all.
I find from my boys, and I don't know if because we're all 30s, we're all grown-ups, and we all are successful with a lot of money, but they all think that like women think that like men are actively looking for like this sex. And when I ask my boys like, why are you with your girl? 9 out of 10 times it'd be like, cause she cool.
She supports me.
She's just cool. Like we have a good time when we hang out. It's just cool.
She holds my hand.
And she's my girl.
Yeah, she's my person.
She's my person.
Yeah.
Men are bitches too.
That's a t-shirt.
Yeah.
We're on fire.
Yeah.
Right?
We're not these like hardcore.
Nope.
Like they just be looking for peace.
Yeah. Right? Like she makes me laugh. That's one I've heard a lot.
Women be funny.
A lot of them.
Yeah. There's like a lot of men don't know this, but breaking news. Women be funny.
And honestly, a funny woman, bro.
Yeah, they'll get me right out of my boxers.
Game changer. It's coming right off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't usually do this, but
yeah.
You know, or I didn't take a shower.
No, yeah. Like I like a funny woman, some women be clever. And I'm like, damn.
Bro. But then also like
your dad was in your life, huh?
Bro, right? Don't be clever and then like sports and then know how to dress.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa,
that's toxic. That's like a toxic girl. Yeah.
And you like rap music?
Yeah, no.
Who sent you here?
Some women be clever, bro.
Too clever.
Like they just be funny. Well, I'm like, oh, you grew up.
Oh, you slick.
Men.
Yeah, you slick.
Because you know the game.
And they can jab. They jab.
Yeah. I don't like too much. It has to be clever because some women think the way to a guy's heart is just negging them.
Mean.
Being mean.
That doesn't work.
You can't just be emptily mean.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be a clever mean.
Yeah.
Like it has to be a dig where I'm like, that's funny.
You got me.
You got me.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
But if you're saying like the normal thing that like I always hear from just men, you're just like, all right.
Or like the thing that I shared in therapy, then it's just like,
yeah, I mean, you're just being cliche.
Yeah, you're going too far.
Yeah. You're just being cliche. But 99% of my boys who are in happy relationships, when you ask them like what they like about their girl, they won't like looks won't be in the top 3.
It's not.
I mean, obviously they think their woman is beautiful because that's just you could train your mind to believe that if the person is there for you in other ways. But the top 3 don't be looks. It always be other stuff. We talked about the romance.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah, for real. But the thing is too, like that beauty, like maybe the beauty. I mean, they say it's in the eye of the beholder, but it's just like it's only unique to that person. Where it's just like you see them,
the eye of the beholder.
In a totally different light.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think men get painted as objectively superficial. And I think they can be superficial, but more subjectively.
Yeah.
It's not objectively. It's not this thing of like you see, and the problem is that men are superficial, or they can be superficial when it comes to sex.
Yes.
But most of them aren't when it comes to relationships. I think they value other things when it comes to relationships.
And let's just keep it 1,000. Yo, OnlyFans wouldn't exist.
If what?
If men weren't like didn't have that superficiality towards sex.
Yeah, that's a sexual thing. Like I said, it's a sexual thing. It's not a relationship thing.
No,
it's
not.
Personal
it's
thing.
not.
I mean, since we're on the topic from last week, somebody commented and said, haven't had much romance, but I was playing basketball with this woman I was dating and she cheered when I made a shot. That was nice.
That is nice.
He came right out his boxes. I know.
Man, bro, that's why sometimes, and look, this isn't a woman hating podcast, but the things that they have to do is so low sometimes, bro. Could you hear this poor guy?
He made a shot
when I made a shot, and now he wants to marry this
her.
woman.
He bought a ring. He's looking at property.
Like, is that so much to ask?
He's looking at property in
That
Florida.
you clap when I make a shot at a basketball game?
Yep. They don't learn this. Clap. He's taking out the garbage now. He's getting haircuts. Like just the little things.
Bro, but I'm gonna be honest. I think men notice those things.
Oh yeah.
Men notice those things.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like a lot of times it gets put on one gender where it's like women like a man who like is caught up on the details. It's about the little details that they notice, which is like, of course they notice. But men and women, we're both people, so there's gonna be things that overlap. And men notice the details too. Yeah. Like, yo, nah, she was at the game. She was cheering for me like I was LeBron.
And she brought me a Gatorade, bro.
Yeah.
Cool blue.
Yeah.
She brought the cool blue. Right?
This is wifey.
Yeah, right there. And she bought a turkey sandwich for afterwards.
Nah, that's...
turkey sandwich, I'm buying property. We're buying plots.
Talking about, that's a queen.
Yeah, we're buying like matching death plots. Like,
that's a queen.
Let's do this. We're
Carmen,
getting married
do you have
together.
non-negotiables?
For a second date,
Yeah.
I'm with you on hygiene. Like, if I'm putting on a full face and you can't brush your teeth, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And if I go through a full second date and you can't ask me a single question about myself, you're not making it to a third. Like, I'm not your interviewer.
You bring up a good point here.
That's a
Carmen.
great point.
You bring up a good point because I want to give advice to some of the loser men that listen to this podcast.
Okay.
Some of these guys don't know how to go on dates. Listen, guys, when you go on dates, your role is not to speak the whole time. You have to
don't
ask
care about your
questions.
job that much.
Right. No one cares. Women like to speak.
I think we have a show, bro. We have like a Bravo show or something.
This is
right
their
here.
thing. Some of these men go on dates. I'm like, yo, people generally like to hear themselves speak.
Yeah.
That's like why we do this podcast.
Yes.
No one asks us for this. We like the sound of our voices.
Yeah.
And they gave us microphones and we was like, we'll do it.
We're 76 episodes deep.
Right. That's why I think when people like to hear themselves speak.
Yes.
Women are no different.
No.
When they are on dates, they don't want to make it like they're just interviewing you. Ask them about themselves. Pretend that you care about their jobs, about the podcast that they do. Ask them these questions.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even need you to actually care. I just need you
No,
to give
no
me
one
the
actually
space to
cares.
talk. Nobody
Engage.
cares what you
No.
talk about in the first 3 days.
You gotta pretend.
How many siblings do you have?
So you're on the
Awesome.
Adulthood podcast? What's that
That's
like? No one
Yeah,
gives a
they're
fuck.
so
Yeah,
cool to
they
work.
don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah, no.
Do you have protocols though, like to your homegirls? Like, hey, if it's not working, I'm gonna
Protocol.
so you can
mean
call
like
me
outs?
so I can get out.
Like
yeah.
outs?
Do you have outs? Do you have built-in outs? If
I
it's not
think
going
I have
well?
friends who do. I think it depends on how excited you are about the date. Like, if
Okay.
I'm not that excited about the guy, if I'm just like, I just need to get a rep in, whatever, or I don't know him that well.
repping. What is that?
Like, sometimes you just gotta go on a date.
A
if
date
you're in
rep?
a
What do you
small.
mean?
I've never felt this way because
Whoa.
I've paid for every single day
Whoa,
I've been
hold
on.
on, hold
Well,
on.
that's,
Wait.
see, I'm like, it's a free night out in the town.
Right, yeah. So that's a definitely that's definitely a different
I
perspective.
never heard
Crazy.
that. That's
She's
fi-
treating men like it's the gym.
like it's the gym. Nah,
No,
I'm-
in that,
I feel
in
a
that
little
even if
rusty.
I'm not, I know, even if I'm not feeling myself, I'm like, I should get out there, try and meet a new person. Like, that's what I meant, not using
No.
disposably. But if I'm,
it is still a disposable way of using somebody.
I
Which is
like-
fine. We're
you
pro,
got- yo,
Men are
pro
doing the
using
same
people on this
thing.
podcast.
You gotta get a rep.
Yeah, yeah.
Get those reps
oh
in.
my God, I didn't know that was crazy.
No, that's
No.
fire.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, if I'm really nervous, like if I really like have had a crush on him and like he took me out or something, then I'll probably have a fail safe if it went wrong. Like, I'm really gonna need a drink after this.
Okay.
But if this is a guy from an app or I met at the bar where I'm like, well, I don't even know him, if it doesn't go well, like 50-50 shot, then I don't care. I'll just go home and do what I was gonna do anyway.
When I was on, I did the apps for like maybe a day, maybe
Good
2.
for you.
And I had, but maybe like a month.
Maybe like 2 years.
Yeah.
But
I had
I did not like them.
not even that. I had 100% strikeouts. Like I did not
2 days
connect.
not long enough for me.
Yeah, I was like,
No,
that's
I think-
nothing to
I
do
think-
with you.
I think
Yeah.
I did like a week maybe.
No, it's not long enough.
It's not long enough. I'm talking about 100% strikeouts.
No.
Like,
No,
no.
dating apps
For
are like
men-
cold
for men-
calling.
Yeah, for men is mostly strikeouts.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like cold calling.
Okay.
It's literally like you go through
You're going to
300
strike
people and then you get like 3 people and then you're lucky if they mess
2
with
of
you
them are
back.
murderers, and then one of them just got out of prison.
Okay.
Or it's just the weirdest
And then
thing to
go
you
on.
over an app you could possibly imagine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Wow.
yeah, you didn't do bad.
Okay.
But honestly, bro, I think I'm a good date, man. I think I'm a good date person.
Mm.
I think I know how to go on dates.
You know what? That's a skill. That
That is a
actually
skill.
is a real good skill.
Well, I have the therapist face. Which
Okay,
that
you have-
therapist face is great.
you
but
definitely have
will
TF.
take you
Yeah.
far.
because then the conversation's already
Bro,
flowing.
therapist
Okay.
face on a date
It's
is top notch.
Gold.
That's almost just as good as having money.
That's like flowers.
right. Because what's gonna happen is a girl is gonna open up to you.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the night, she'll be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I told you all this."
Mm.
And you're like, "Yeah, you know, it's,
I got TF.
got the Riz.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't call me the Riz doctor for nothing."
Okay.
I've been on dates, bro. I've been on
Dr.
dates where-
Rismore.
I've been on dates. First date. Listen to this. First date at dinner, where I get the girl to show me a picture of her nipples.
Wow.
Therapy face.
Therapy face.
I didn't like her nipples.
How did you uncover that?
She didn't like them.
She didn't like them, and I was just. I think I was.
But
Just
how
like,
did
I was just like,
I'm sure they're
this is
beautiful.
like me being modest. I think I was like, I'm sure they're not that bad. And she's like, no, but I hate them, and I'm like, nah, but I'm sure they're okay.
Were
She's like,
they?
no, they were great. I mean, I like an ugly nipple. But
So did you weaponize empathy?
did I what?
Did you weaponize empathy?
I didn't weaponize it. I was being genuine.
You leveraged it.
I genuinely like an ugly nipple.
And you leveraged it into her showing you a picture of her nipple. Wow.
Look, whatever you got, sometimes you get a little stuck up on something that you got that mainstream media
downplays.
Like CNN will tell you need to have small nipples, right?
Right.
But I'm more alt in like I'm like I don't need I like your big deformed ugly areolas.
all nipples matter.
Yeah, I like them. It's my type. I don't like a nipple that's like small and unapproachable.
And you know what? You bring up a good point too, because it's just like, again, as the empaths that men are and we're accepting, it's just like, you might think it's a deformity, but that might be my jam.
I like that you're deformed.
Bring it on.
It makes me feel good.
Big nipples, small nipples.
I like your deformity.
Yeah, bring it on.
Because I'm a good man and I'm empathetic.
Exactly. Ian Lara, 2028. We don't know what for, but 2028.
I'm half joking with that because I've had that though. Like have you had this where you're like out with a girl and what she hates about herself you love?
Bro, it's been
that happens a lot, bro.
A lot of beds got broken because of that. I'll just leave it at that.
All right.
I'll leave it there.
I kind of wanted you to
leave it right there.
I kind of wanted more explanation, but all right.
A lot of beds got broken.
I feel that. Like I don't know, me personally, like a weird like thing that
I know you like ankles. I know you like the
kick. Like
you like the feet too. Yeah, you little kicky boots.
No, like a
bandit.
Like if you have like a weird nose, I think is like cute.
You're a weird nose guy.
You think that's cute?
Oh yeah, I think it's cute. Like if you like a lot of girls will be like, oh, I hate my nose, like it's ugly or whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean every man is different. Like I personally think that's disgusting. But he's like a guy who, if you have a weird nose, you see it and you're like, oh, like Pinocchio. I don't know what happened with his childhood, but he enjoys a bad nose on a woman.
I think mine is just too nice. Like if your nose is just as nice, then
You think you have a good nose?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Whoa. You just put
Wait,
the
look
nose
at
out
me
there
directly.
Like that?
Yeah, you have a great nose.
I mean, it's fine. It could be thinner.
Okay.
You nag.
This guy.
Always bring them down.
Always back to reality.
You know,
a position of power. Nah, I'm obviously joking. That is one of those things that women like care about, and I'm like, I didn't even know you had a nose. I've been looking at your tits on it.
There you go. That's a good point. But you know what's always,
comedy podcast.
You know what's always been a big win for me is I like stretch marks. I'm a stretch marks guy. The tiger stripes.
Oh man, you open a can of worms. I
Woo.
like a stretch mark, bro. Some women they're like embarrassed.
They hate them. Oh my God.
I want to feel them.
Yeah.
I want to run my fingers out like the guitar string.
Let me put cocoa butter on it. Make it a night.
I love a stretch mark, bro.
I like their guitar string.
One.
Yeah, like a guitar
string. And the truth, it's true. Like,
I want to run my fingers through your stretch marks like I'm John Mayer.
That is the most.
You're a beautiful.
I didn't know you was
beautiful.
They called him the Romeo Santos of comedy for a reason,
bro.
You say that in Spanish, bro. It's over.
I got around one guy, one of my friends. He was like, he didn't like stretch marks on the girl. I didn't get it.
Crazy.
Insane.
What world does he live in?
But I get it, because if you know some women, like you grow up, you date a guy who's a piece of garbage, and made you feel insecure about whatever the stuff you had,
or family.
So now you take that out into the real world. Yeah. But listen to the ladies listening who don't have a boyfriend. If you're whatever you're insecure about, like there's people out there that like it.
There are people out there that like it.
Don't be insecure.
And they will support it. And
own it.
They'll make you feel like, what was I doing for however long that you felt insecure about what you felt insecure about? You know?
Like I'm not the tallest guy in the book.
What are you, 5'10"?
In the drawer.
5'10"?
I don't see height, but
okay.
A lot of times you grow up.
Height has no number.
Yeah, you height doesn't have a number. You grow up thinking that, oh, women want all these tall guys or whatever. But I think what they generally like about a tall guy is the confidence. So if you just had the confidence, that's what they're looking for. It's not the fact that you're 6'8" that she cares about. It's the fact that you're confident because you're 6'8", and it brings a thing. That's why a lot of tall girls tell me that they get approached more by confident short guys. Yeah, because tall men read like they're confident, but they're not always confident.
Yeah.
They're not always like these confident guys. They read like they are because they're big, tall idiots, but sometimes they're also insecure.
A lot of the times. Because you go through that awkward phase. You have to like grow into your, I think this is universal, but you have to grow into your body. You have to grow into appreciating it. Like Karen was talking about, she didn't start doing, she's 40
Karen
plus.
Freehand?
Yeah. Is she 40 plus or 30 plus? I don't want to put her age, but she said it like she didn't start doing what she was doing until she was like fully an adult and she was comfortable in her body. And that happens, I think that's universal because like when you're tall, your feet is like, you know, you hit your head all the time. Like, a lot of tall people don't have coordination because
tell me about it.
The air is light up there. You're just walking around, doofing around. I get offended by like young tall dudes that just doofing around like, yo, and they're just wearing baggy sweatpants because
just a bit goofy.
They grew faster than their clothes could catch up. So then like you just look all crazy. It's just like, I get it. We all been there. But like put yourself together. You know what I'm saying?
Every once in a while you run into like a tall guy who has all the things and you're like, okay, this guy gets a ton of push. But generally speaking, most of the people are like you said, they're like walking around all doofy, don't know what to do with their arms, wearing a size 17 sneaker, just like a complete idiot.
Get it together. Get that shit together.
Shout out to all the tall people that listen to the podcast. Yeah, I know we joking. We love all the tall guys.
We the Adulthood pod is for everyone.
Yeah.
So how do you negotiate somebody who doesn't want kids if you want kids?
Whoa,
okay,
I feel like, deep conversation.
Because I feel like that, like if we're being real, like that is one of my like non-negotiables. Like I was dating a girl who told me she didn't want kids, and that kind of like turned me off. I was like I could date you, like you said, like we could like hook up for a while, but like I'm not gonna marry you.
Women who don't want kids should not be allowed to vote. That was for you, Carmen. No, that was getting JD Vance with it.
Damn,
these crazy cat ladies. No, I honestly believe that.
That's the clip.
I honestly, please don't clip with no context. I'm gonna get killed. No, I honestly believe that that's fine though. Like if a woman doesn't want to have kids, that's fine. And if you want to have kids, that's fine too. Like you're not right for each other. You don't have to work on that. No, like there's such thing as like. They're entitled. I know men who don't want kids. I know women who don't want kids. You're entitled to live whatever life you want to live. You're not in like. There's no contract that says you have to be able to work on any or you have to be compatible with everybody. Some people just want different things. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I know plenty of women who don't want kids and they're great.
Yeah,
I know men who don't want kids. They're great too.
Yeah,
I understand if that's a non-negotiable. I want kids. But if a girl doesn't want kids, I'm like, I get it though. I get the perk of not having kids and just living your life freely with money and being able to travel and do whatever you want. That's exciting. I see the point in that.
Sleep, happiness.
Yeah. Also, some people shouldn't have kids.
Some people shouldn't have, a lot of people shouldn't have kids. That is a big fact.
And I met people who are self-aware where it's like, I shouldn't
I'm not
have
good.
kids.
Yeah, I'm not good with kids.
I'm like, all right, good.
That's radical self-awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Everyone should be able to do whatever they want.
Responsibly.
Yeah. As long as it's legal and it's responsible, you should be able to do whatever you want without being judged for it.
Yeah.
Like I think that I have friends who don't want to have kids and sometimes they're like even insecure about saying it publicly. And I'm like, nah.
Because people do try to like shame you on like you going against the norm. It's like, stop shaming people. Yo, I feel like, especially since COVID, but specifically in 2024 with like how things are shaping up, like leave people alone. If someone is living their life and they're being responsible and they're paying their taxes and like they're not trying to harm nobody and they just want to like contribute positively, not even to society, but to just their neighborhood, leave them alone.
Yeah, no,
everybody wants to tell everybody what to do.
Bro, first of all, putting pressure on women to have kids is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Like, they have to carry this thing for 9 months and then raise it. Like, you act like it's some like, oh, just have kids. Like it's not easy.
It's
like
not
they have to do a large amount of the work on it. Like,
and then, first of all, if you don't have health insurance, it's $15,000 if you're going to deliver it at the hospital.
I never understood that. I think it's completely I think it's sexist and I think it's just completely like ridiculous to tell somebody you should have a kid or you should carry this thing or you should carry this thing for 9 months, put your body through this hell and just deal with it.
You turn 34 and then you turn a feminist? Like you're giving big feminist vibes right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm a feminist.
Okay. That's what's up.
What's your take?
What, on women having kids?
Yeah.
I feel
Yay
like
or nay?
what? Yeah, I'm anti. I feel like a lot more of my friends now that I thought have already decided that they don't want to have
They
kids.
don't.
Like, and I'm 27, and people are like, "Yeah,
Whoa.
never gonna do it." So I wonder just if like.
You decided you don't want kids?
No, I want kids, but a
Oh.
lot of my friends
Yeah.
They
like
just-
are already like, no, I already talked to my boyfriend about it. Like, I never want to do it. I'm like, it's young to decide, but if you know, I guess.
Yeah, I also think it's one of those things where you don't have to make a decision like
Right
on the
now.
rest of
Right
your
now.
life.
Well, you do have to plan if you want to like biologically, but like,
Well, I mean, I imagine all your girlfriends are in their 20s.
yeah, late 20s, early 30s. But I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
like,
they're done.
you know, what?
I said they're done, but I'm joking.
But kind of when you hit your mid
No, they're not
30s,
done.
you
My
gotta be
sister had a baby at
serious.
42. Both of my sisters.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
natural birth is normal.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, two of my sisters. My mom had me when she was like 37. This was like in the 90s.
wow.
That's the 90s.
So then, you obviously you want to do it at a time where it's the healthiest for you, but
Yeah.
there's time.
Yeah. I have friends who are freezing eggs. I'm like, when did it get this serious?
I have
That
friends
is
who are-
crazy.
Yeah, I have friends.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have friends that are freezing
And
eggs
it's very
too.
expensive.
It's
Oh,
very expensive, but it's just like, hold
Freezing
on.
eggs should be free.
Hold when did
There are a lot of things about
Vote for
women's
me.
reproductive rights that
Look,
should be free.
ladies, vote for me, and your eggs will get frozen mandatory.
for free. For free. Ian Lara, 2028.
It'd be mandatory egg frozen.
Yo, 2028. Ian Lara.
Once you turn 19.
Yeah. But
Wow.
that is you bring up a great point, as the caller said, Karma. I don't know if you want to go with that.
Karma Carmen.
Carmen.
With the stuff I've been saying, we'll go with karma.
Okay, there you go. But I had a friend that she posted her whole like freezing the egg story on
Yeah, my friend
Instagram, and I was
posted.
just like, damn, we're there. Like, I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like we're on a rom-com right now.
I know. And then it's like weird because it's like just part of you's like in a freezer in
a
Midtown.
freezer. Yeah.
Yeah. I went to a urologist.
Did you?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Because I'm 34. I have no kids. I never even had a kid scare. Just to make sure that,
They swimming?
everything was copacetic.
There you go.
Yeah. And you get into your 30s, you got to start, thinking about
You got to
this stuff.
start. You really do.
You got to start thinking about this stuff.
Yeah.
I think not sometimes, a lot of times we put too much pressure. If you don't want to have kids, don't.
Don't.
Please don't. Your kid is stupid.
Don't make no decision, but don't make decisions about that in your 20s in the sense of like, you don't know how you're going to feel when you get 30. Like you can make those,
You're gonna feel tired for
you're
sure.
going to feel tired, but like, you're also your emotions are gonna change. You're gonna be like, oh, like baby fever is a real thing. I've seen my friends who
Yeah,
were
we'll-
like
we'll get
adamant.
that. Especially when they turn like 27, bro.
My homegirls, they were adamant, like, nah, man, I'm doing my career and I'm this, that, and the third. And then all of a sudden, like 29, 30, 31 hits, and they're like, oh my God. They start babysitting, and it's just like, hold on, where did this maternal
My best
instinct
friend,
come from?
my best friend in her late 20s, she literally told me like, I want a baby inside of me.
Now.
Like my body is craving a baby inside of me.
Whoa.
I've never had that craving.
Whoa.
I don't know what that's like.
Exactly.
But she's like, I want a baby to, like, and I'm like, what does it feel like? She's like, you just,
It's
Yeah.
weird.
And it came out of nowhere, right?
it's a yearning.
It's
Shout out to the
animalistic.
Gap,
It's
man.
animalistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, obviously men don't carry kids. Well, they do some now.
Yeah.
But I just feel that I never had that thing. You have a thing where you're like, have a lot of wisdom to give, but you don't have to have a kid. You could just start a podcast.
Boom. 76
and raise a bunch of people. I gotta go watch this the debate.
Yeah.
The debate
It's at
tonight.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who you think's gonna win, Carmen?
I don't know.
We're speaking in the past right now.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
But we
it's
have
already
right now.
passed.
We record a little ahead.
Yeah.
But-
The debate rules are really interesting because they're doing so. There's, I think, no openers. Trump won the coin toss, so he gets to give the last closing statement. But when you're not speaking and you're like 2 minutes, you get to answer the question, your mic's turned off,
Yeah.
which I think is gonna be interesting. You also can't leave the podium. These are all like rules that have had to be in
Yeah.
place because
Wow.
Trump is in the political sphere and has done that before.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know.
I was watching today the clip where he was just following Hillary around.
Yeah, insane.
He was just standing
left
behind
her
her
as she was
before?
talking, bro. She was literally talking and he was standing behind her.
like the
she's standing
creepiest
behind
dude
her.
ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Like with an oversized suit.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Did you watch him on? He was on. Like, first of all, we live in the twilight zone. Like presidential candidates are on podcasts now. That's
Yeah.
like, it's interesting when they're going to run, but like former president, like you're going to run again. I'm like, wow, okay, that's where we're at. But then it's also, he was talking about basically, and he said that he's gonna try to push to legalize cannabis nationally because right now it's up to the states, and I was just like, a presidential like candidate is actually saying that like to the public. Like, do you know where we came from, the lineage of like why cannabis was outlawed? So like to be in 2024 where like that's a topic and that's something that you push, I was like,
Trump said that?
yeah, I'm like, where the hell are we? Like I was taken aback by that.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, this is the Twilight Zone where the president sleeps with porn stars and wants to legalize cannabis. I'm pro it. This is all like
where are we?
This is all great things. It's so new to us. Like you grew up where a time I was watching a clip of the debate when it was like Romney and Obama, and it was so like professional, and they kept complimenting each other. They're like, he's a smart guy, but I just disagree with it. And I'm like, oh man, it's not like that anymore.
No, it's not. And
it's
like
just a nasty woman.
Yo, would Snoop be like the chief weed officer?
They would have to bring him in
Like, he
for
gotta be in the
something.
cabinet.
Him and like Willie Nelson would be on a commission.
Yeah, like the advisory for the herb.
Like Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah. Like the weed
Advisory board.
I didn't think weed would be legal ever.
Never.
Not legalized. I think they're in Obama's.
Right?
In Colorado. First.
That's crazy.
Yeah, now a lot of states are legal. But it's gonna be a wild fall.
Mm-hmm.
We could very well, by the time this airs, Kamala could very well have dropped out. And they got a new replacement. Now it's just Tim Walz running versus Trump.
Or Trump.
Imagine Trump just keeps making people drop out. He debates them and just keeps knocking them out.
Crazy.
People are saying that there's like clear signs that he's like going through like PTSD. Like,
Trump?
Yeah, like during some of his speeches. Like he just doesn't look like, I mean, this is just stuff I've heard.
PTSD of like what though?
He just got shot.
Oh, you're getting shot at?
Yeah, it's 50 Cent. Like, that's
man,
crazy.
I don't know, man.
I mean,
I don't get. People take it so personally too. People let it like affect them like
Viscerally.
in their like viscerally. Which I'm like, don't do that. Don't make somebody, because politicians generally they don't operate in the form of like we operate. Like they'll go on camera and pretend that they're enemies and then get off camera and be like, so that was
You want to
good,
get a
right?
drink?
Yeah, that was good.
It's wrestling.
So don't make your fellow citizen an enemy because they're on a team. At the end of the day, none of them generally have like they're just humans. They don't generally have the best interests of the people. Not to say that they have the worst interests of the people, but they are pulling from themselves because they're just people who have this job who want to think. So don't make your fellow citizen an enemy. A lot of people just become an enemy just because they have
for no reason.
opposing views.
Yeah.
It's become such a thing where I'm like, don't do that. We could just disagree on, the tax code and still be cool. I still think you're a good American and whatever.
I'm still gonna come to your party.
Yeah. Which I don't know how it's become this, because if it's just policy. Like, I don't hate you because you think everyone deserves crazy tax breaks, and you shouldn't hate me or for whatever other, it's just policy. Like,
That's it.
we just disagree on policy. I don't think you're like a bad American.
We're just disagreeing on how we're gonna get taxed.
That's one of the things, and there's other,
there's a lot more
things like abortion or whatever. But it's like, even somebody who's, I guess, pro-life is like, I don't think you're a bad person just because you're that. I disagree with that as a policy, but I don't think you're a bad person.
You know what I'm pro?
You're right to what?
Pro Nutella cookies. They have these new cookies where it's Nutella and it's shortbread and it's crack. And I think that they're putting crack in all of these stores because I can't stop eating them. And we're on a whole fitness kick. I know you were on the fitness kick. I'm trying to get back in the gym, and I'm like, these need to be outlawed.
By the way, I gotta announce this because you brought up the fitness thing.
Yeah.
When I went on the fitness kick, when I said it on the podcast that I was gonna become a gym guy, since then I lost 12 pounds.
You were trying to gain.
No, I was trying to lose.
You're trying to lose.
Yeah,
Oh, shout out to you.
Yeah, I lost 12 pounds.
There you go.
And I didn't have to try that. I mean, I kind of just cut off like a couple things.
Sugar?
Yeah, a lot of sugar, no sugar. And I wasn't drinking that much. I was eating a lot of fried food. And I was going to the gym 3-4 times a week.
Good.
About that. Doing cardio. But yeah, I dropped 12 pounds.
It works.
Like 2 months.
Did you feel like a baddie when you dropped the weight?
No, I thought I was dying.
Okay.
I thought I was sick, dying. I'm a chronic hypochondriac.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought I had a disease.
How's that going?
It's good. I went to the doctor. I had a full string of tests, and I'm good. I'm very healthy.
You did the full checkup?
Yeah, I'm very healthy.
Okay,
He
good.
just told me to take a multivitamin.
Okay.
And drink water and keep it moving.
Speaking about multivitamins, like, what do you think about like the whole health? I don't want to say craze or wave, but like these IV drip places and
I love 'em.
The cryo. I went to one today.
I
That's
love
why I
them.
was asking about it.
Have you gotten an IV drip?
Is this? I've seen them for like bachelorette parties in the morning when you're
Did you get
hungover. Is that what
hungover?
it's for?
Yeah.
Basically,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I've never done it myself.
It'll
It's-
bring you back to life.
it brings you back to life.
It'll really bring you
How
yeah.
much is it expensive?
It
It's a
could
little
be
expensive.
expensive.
It's
Yeah,
a
it could be
little pricey.
expensive.
Yeah.
How
I did-
expensive are we talking?
A couple, maybe 100, you buy $150 on the cheap end.
Yeah, 165.
Yeah, cheap
yeah.
end. But when I was in the Dominican Republic, and you could just buy IVs over the counter over there. So when I went there,
Whoa.
I bought a couple IVs, bought some syringes, bought the needles, bought everything, bought a couple extra vitamins that you put in. Cost me maybe $30 American for like 4 IVs. Then I hit up my boy to find me like a local nurse the next morning.
I was like, wait.
He found a nurse. We paid her like 500 pesos or 1,000 pesos, which would be like, I don't know, like a little bit over $25. And then she came and put IVs on all of us the next day, and we was ready to go.
Ready to rock.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Pro tip.
Wow.
It's really crazy and
Get
it works.
IVs.
I
I feel like I'm
One.
on a million right now. Like my
You-
eyes are like I could see. You
You
know?
do it before or after you go on like a bender?
Bro, you can
Both?
do it
Both.
the whole time.
but
Do it
definitely
before,
after.
after,
Walking
and
around
during.
with the IV.
Mhm.
And you just be, bro, we went to a day party, and one of my boys, his IV hadn't finished. He was still dripping.
You still dripping?
So we was in the day party in a cabana ordering bottles with an IV drip.
Are you
Dripping.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
That's
and,
an album cover.
and he was like gone, hungover, and then it finished, and he was like, all right,
All right, I'm good.
let's go.
He's
Ready to do
dripping
it.
in
so
the
this is
club.
like not like how do you guys do like liquid IV like the powder?
I do
I've
that
done
too, but
that's
this,
not the
I'm like, it's not even close.
no,
not
that's not
even-
even
okay.
close.
not even
No,
close. This
That's
goes into your
crazy.
veins.
into your veins.
That's
yeah.
okay.
Into
I
your
really
veins.
want to try it.
Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah,
That-
we'll
'cause
do IV drips. If
That's
if-
Branded.
Yeah,
Branded.
let us sponsor
Yeah.
the show. We'll get IV
anybody
drips for
work at the IV drip.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
do IV drips.
We'll do it live, and like it works.
It works.
I'm on 10 right now.
It works.
Why'd you do it? Just cause?
I got a busy week. I'm actually moving, so like I
Where
got
you
a
moving
busy
to?
week. Just
Oh,
in Queens,
okay.
just a new spot.
Yeah,
So like I got a busy week, and like I
you could. It's good.
I gotta-
It just
I gotta operate highly. You
Yeah.
know what I
Look,
mean?
y'all have sold me. I'll do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I
I'll probably
can't
do
wait.
one Monday.
Yeah. Should we do like that? Should be our group outing. But like,
IV.
Tuesday?
Get Brian to pay for it.
get Brian to pay for it.
Owner of all this.
Right? But the thing is too, is just like the whole, I feel like everybody's moving towards health. You know, like health
Health and wellness is everything.
The number one health and wellness podcast in the hood. Adulthood podcast.
Ocho James.
Yeah.
So, but like, instead of happy hour, we should do like a happy IV drip hour.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we could probably find somebody to donate IV drips for us.
Nothing.
We have
That
huge-
sounds a little
You guys
sketchy.
have
We have a huge, like a
like
med spa.
like a
Oh.
spa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they call them now, med spas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard of.
Yeah.
Medical spas.
Uh-huh.
That's what it stands for.
I'm in.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's
I do cold plunges too.
You do the cold plunge?
Yeah.
What are
Yeah.
you doing? 2 minutes? 3 minutes?
I'm doing 30 seconds, bro. That
Yeah.
I'm a hoe. I'm a full-on
Bro.
hoe, bro.
I feel like if I did a cold plunge, I feel that I would be tired. I would be cold for the rest of my life.
Bro, it's
I feel like I could never warm up after that.
as soon as you get in, I'm like, why are you doing this to yourself? And like the cold plunge is different from an ice bath because we used to do ice baths in college, or maybe I was just tougher then. But now, like the cold plunge is just cold water. There's no ice, and I'm like 10 seconds in, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I get out of here. So like,
I would
do
like
the
to do that.
contrast therapy. Yeah,
I would like to do this because I think I have a lot more willpower than 99% of the people in the world. So
you
I
raw
think-
dog flights.
I think I could sit in a cold plunge for what's like, because they say you can't stay too long.
No longer than 2 minutes.
No longer than 2 minutes?
Yeah.
I think I could do a minute.
Wow.
That'd be a challenge.
Yeah. I think
What's
I
up,
could do it.
Brian? Let's do it. This content.
Bring in a cold plunge to the
Right
studio.
here.
They have the
I'll
portable
do the
ones.
podcast in a plunge.
They have a portable one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Let's
We'll
do
just
it.
ask you rapid fire questions.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I think I could. I think I could do a minute. If I really.
That's a good challenge.
He's the longest
I'd like to
minute
see that.
ever.
You want to put some money on it?
You think I can't?
Nah.
For real?
Yeah. Like a legit minute, like sunken in,
Neck,
submerged,
neck down.
How
neck
cold is
down. It depends. So like the legal lowest that they can go to is maybe like 35.
Mhm.
And then like uncomfortable cold starts at 47 degrees.
And what do you do?
I go down to 42. So like I'm in between.
Wow.
Yeah.
42.
Yeah.
That's not even cold.
It feels like a hot tub, right?
I drink my teas at 42.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I think I could do it. I think I could do
I'll put money on
I
it.
think I could do a minute on 42.
I'll
What
put
we
money on
need
it.
to do is film you guys doing like a polar plunge. Like, you know, those charities
On-
where people
yeah, that's on
don't run
January
into the
1st.
ocean.
That's January 1st?
Yeah.
I'll do
It's in
it.
the ocean, usually.
Let's do it.
But that water's not that cold.
It's not.
I don't think it's as cold as that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think that's colder. Where you go to a med spa in your hood?
In Queens, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I got invited to a med spa too.
Did you?
Yeah, maybe I'll take them up on that offer.
Let's do it.
Go out there and get that minute in.
That'd be good promo. We talk about health and wellness. That's part of health and wellness.
Yeah, we'll do the med.
IV and the cold plunge.
Yeah, because you know what? Honestly, too, I feel like a lot of people. Honestly, New York City nightlife is on it's on like a weird decline.
Yeah,
and I think it's also because people ain't got no money. You know, people not trying to spend $200, $400, $500 on bottles. You know, but also people are like trying to get healthy. You know?
I think that's more it. Because being healthy is almost just as expensive as the
nightclub. Yeah.
You easily get a couple vitamins into your IV is $200.
$200.
Yeah.
Easy. I took one when I filmed my special, my HBO special.
Oh, word?
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I took my IV. I remember I had around that time I had like a cough. It was 2022. It was after. I remember that year there was like a dry cough that everyone had.
Yeah.
And I had it for like 3 months and it just wouldn't go away. And then I did the IV and it just went away.
You were fine.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It has a lot of
Vitamin
benefits.
C and it just went away.
I do the B12 complex with
B12 complex.
vitamin
Big on the
B.
B12 complex.
Yeah.
Wow.
Glutamine for the energy, for the muscle recovery. Yeah. A lot of athletes, that's what they do too. Dave Chappelle does it, right?
He does it. Yeah, he does it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Get hydrated.
Get hydrated and bounce back.
Yeah. Damn, we definitely do need a sponsor.
Yeah.
I think we're there.
Been doing this for free long enough.
I know. Damn it.
Did you see that the astronauts stuck in space?
Yeah.
But the space shuttle came back, but they weren't on it.
Yeah.
They didn't trust it.
No, they didn't because it was Boeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Boeing that.
They got a bunch of like Gen X.
So they were supposed to go
Gen
for
Zers.
8 days.
Yeah.
And it's going, now they're going for 8 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
If you had to be in space until February of next year, what would you that's like a desert island question. What would you have to have with you?
Well, I have a question. Are they allowed, could you have sex in space?
I mean, technically, you probably can.
I think,
you're
yeah.
floating
You have
away.
normal human function.
That sounds like a Google question.
Yeah.
That's
Or has
Google
anyone
question.
had it? But both of them are married.
They're married, not to each other.
No, not to each other.
I mean, they probably covering up that camera. 8 months is a long time.
That's a long
Months is
time.
a long time. But I think you don't get horny in space.
Do they have space lotion?
Doctors generally believe it's possible.
Generally believe.
Do they have the internet? They have to, right?
I think they have a computer for sure.
I mean, I can Netflix some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, no one's had sex in outer space, I think, right?
So they say.
That's what they say. It says we think that no one ever has had sex in space, but
Right.
NASA's like the emergency room side,
Yeah. You're telling me at the International Space Station.
right? It's like being on spring break, but for like geniuses.
You've just summited Everest.
Yeah. Like,
You
come
should
on.
have sex.
Yeah.
all right. Well, now this thing says that U.S. and Russia astronauts have had sex in space for separate research programs on human beings,
That's the best
on
way.
how human beings might survive years in orbit.
Baby, I didn't
for
cheat.
science.
Yeah.
According to a
science.
book.
Baby, I didn't cheat. I'm doing research. This is research
They
for
had sex for science.
society. That's a t-shirt.
Sex for science.
Sex for science.
I'm writing it
That's
down.
great. Oh man,
All
that's the
t-shirt
best.
ideas.
Oh my goodness. No, baby, I didn't cheat. It was a part of the research program. I'm doing this for the world.
I'm giving back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if I'll ever go to space.
If it's safe, would you do it?
I would do it even if it's not safe.
But like, what if it was like safe like an airplane?
Yeah, I would do it. I'll do it right now.
That was easy.
I'll do it right now for the podcast.
Content.
Yeah.
Get an IV drip.
IV drip in
Get the
space.
shuttle.
Yeah.
If they asked me if I was able to get like a free trip to space, I would definitely consider it.
Not Boeing though. The astronauts didn't even trust it.
I fly Boeing all the time. People, I feel like Boeing got a bad rap.
They got a definitely bad rap. They need a better PR team.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, space for 8 months.
But I think time goes by quicker over there.
It's definitely accelerated.
Right? Like when you're a black hole,
Yeah.
8 months pass, but it's really a minute on Earth.
Okay.
Okay, let me ask you guys this.
Please.
If you were stuck in space for 8 months, this is kind of like a dream blunt rotation, and you could be up there with 3 celebrities, who would you pick?
To be stuck in space with for 8 months?
You've got to be not annoyed by them, I think is the criteria.
That's the criteria.
But how would you know? You don't know if somebody's annoying.
Podcast.
Until you
Make a healthy guess, I guess.
a healthy guess. Celebrities.
3.
3's a lot.
Okay, start with one.
All right. Sydney Sweeney.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's good.
We'd like our privacy.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Nah, honestly, I wouldn't want to do that. I don't want to be on a thing with no celebrity.
No celebrities. Yeah, celebrities are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't want to be that.
But all right, who would you go with from your personal life?
To space?
Yeah.
If I'm going to space, it's to get away from everyone.
Right? So you're going to like,
I don't want to bring humans.
yeah.
I need space.
So you're just going to be by yourself for 8 months.
You could be by yourself for 8 months in space.
Yeah.
As long as you have the internet. Yeah.
Come out with 7 new specials.
Yeah, if I have the
Can I
internet,
smoke up there?
What?
Can I smoke? Can you do mushrooms in
you can't
space?
smoke. I think it's no oxygen.
You and I might have to go together.
You can do mushrooms.
Right?
But you can't.
Yo,
I
mushrooms.
don't think you could light fire. Could you light fire? I don't know.
I think fire
But there's no
If it's
oxygen,
contained,
right?
No oxygen, yeah.
And you have a,
inside the shuttle, yeah, you probably can.
but
Yeah,
like
inside the shuttle.
you get a smoke room.
Yeah. No, I would rather go by myself.
Yeah. What would you do? Would you come up with like a new special?
I would do nothing. I would do the same thing I did with COVID. I'll watch a bunch of Netflix shows and completely waste my life away drinking red wine.
I definitely watched like multiple series multiple times. Especially like Top Boy.
Yeah.
I watched Top Boy like 10 times during COVID.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm rewatching Prison Break. It's on Netflix.
Yo, I actually just started rewatching it too.
Is it good?
You saw it already?
I saw it when
You
I was
haven't
in high
watched
school.
it?
Nah.
Oh, bro, you
Yo,
gotta watch it.
I'm like almost done with it already.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, it brings me back to college. I watched it in college. But now it's back on Netflix and it's been trending and I started it over. I'm in like season 2.
You know what I definitely did binge and took me back to college, How to Make It in America.
Oh, that's good.
They
I've been
did
watching that
seasons.
during COVID.
And definitely Entourage. And
I watched
like,
that during COVID.
Yo,
rewatch it.
This could not come out like today.
People say that. I find that to be so not true. I just saw a Netflix movie. I think it's called Incoming. I forgot what it is, but it's about these high school kids. Like it's one of those super bad type of movies.
Yeah.
And it's brand new, just came out. They just did it on Netflix. And anything goes. They're not holding back on nothing.
Because we made it through. I'm talking about like in 2022, 21, like when the world was still super sensitive and it was super like.
Well, I think we went through a couple years where things were a little bit more, I guess, strict and the woke culture was kind of taking over. But now I see everything. What is this complaint about stuff you can't say? I see people saying everything.
Everything.
People are getting paid millions of dollars to talk into a microphone and say anything.
Are we a part of those people?
No, but other people who are successful, they are.
Damn it.
All right, I gotta go watch the debate.
All right.
I don't want to miss.
We don't want to miss.
Yeah, it's a knockout in the first round. And then I turned it on. Hamlet's knocked out. Like, yo, he hit her. I know. He hit her. Domestic violence is not funny.
It's not good. Never.
Domestic violence.
Nothing. It's like a Tyson fight.
Yeah. Shout out to all our listeners, the adulterers. This is the Adulthood Podcast, Volume 76. Woo! Coming at you Sunday, September 22nd. Woo! If you want to see me on the road, come. I'm in the first weekend of October. I'm in Washington, D.C.
D.C., what's
at
up?
the D.C. Improv. And then I'll be in Sacramento at the Sacramento Punchline the following week. All my dates are at ianlaralive.com.
Boom.
Check me out.
This Friday, I will be at Panda in Harlem. What's up? Harlem World, talk to me. You know the vibes.
Pull up on us, Adulthood Pod. Like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, like our post, tell your friends about the podcast. Help us keep growing. Adulthood Podcast.
Boom.
Peace.
Later.